allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we're going to change this up a little bit here today. We have a person that has been, we'd like to recognize, the trustees like to recognize. Kim, you want to come up? The board would like to, Northfield Center Trustees would like to realize that Kim has done a great job, whereas we'd like to present her with this resolution, whereas Kimberly Bates has been a postal worker for approximately 15 years, including several years, delivering mail to Northfield Center Town Hall, and whereas she noticed that newspaper had not been removed from the mailbox of an elderly person who lives in Northfield Center and receives walk-up mail delivery from Kim. And whereas Kim used her initiative to discover that the person in question had fallen in a lane unattended for 16 hours, she proceeded to summon the Northfield Center Second Ward Fire EMS and came to the aid of the fallen individual. Therefore, being resolved that Northfield Center Township Board of Trustees, on behalf of the township residents, hereby commends and thanks Kimberly Bates for going above and beyond her regular duties to help a person in need. Thank you very much. Guest speakers. We have no guest speakers tonight on schedule. We'll have room to department head reports. Department head reports, we'll start out with the sheriff.
Good evening. As I mentioned before, we have a partial staff report due to the kind of holiday time off today being the first day of the month. We handled 23 crashes. We had 27 squad calls, and we conducted 82 traffic stops. I don't know how many tickets we issued on those stops. And we are, I guess that's our night guys, around 60 open doors in businesses this month. Had an opportunity to have a ride along with County Councilman Bill Romer. I'm sorry, Bill Romer. I had a good time. I think we had a good time. It was a good experience. I enjoyed that. And then also I talked about how we were working on the active shooter with all the police agencies in the area, because we all share school districts, and actually today we spent 8 hours up at the high school. In the morning we had some role players with the staff and students, and it was a good positive day. We did a lot of training on our feet all day long, and we're going to continue that. We're going to be at the middle school tomorrow to do some walkthroughs, and that's, we'll continue to update that protocol and fine tune our training. That's going to be a continuing process, probably even through the summer, but that's kind of what we've been doing. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Fire.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Our total calls that our fire department responded to for the month of March was a total of 115 calls. We did in Northfield Center a total of 36 calls, 35 being EMS, 1 fire run.
In Sagamore Hills, we did a total of 74, with 66 being EMS and 8 fire calls. We received 3 letters of appreciation and thank you, and they're hanging up at our department. Anybody wishing to come up and look at them and view them. From residents from our, that when we make calls to them, they send us thank you letters. As they sent us, many residents sent us bakery and candy yesterday, and our shifts were put on 5 pounds each there with all the stuff they sent over. We thank the residents for that. Back to the fire department business. We're reviewing and making more copies of our SOS program, as the deputy mentioned. The shooters program and training is ongoing. Fire departments were there today too. We spent a better part of a half a day with them, observing what they were doing in their training. And so we'll do whatever we have to do to participate in whatever their needs are. At the fire department, we're renewing our general orders. We're not making new orders, we're just reviewing the old ones of past and putting them in today's standards so that they work in today's work habits. And so we're in the process of doing that too. The mock drills, as I said, as the deputy mentioned, we'll be happy to work with them. And I have some handouts here that I'd like to give to you about active shooters. This is for all government personnel. I'll give them to Andy. And also a recap of our lockbox program. It'll show you how many we distributed in the last 2 months and what we have left. It's a complete inventory and a good summary of the program. It's a very successful program. And our ambulance is scheduled to be delivered in August, so we're waiting for that. And I think that ends my report. Unless there's
You
any
had
questions.
a visit with the sheriff?
I'm sorry?
You had a visit with the sheriff? You went down to see the sheriff?
Oh, yes. Last week, we were invited, Mr. Rebell and myself went down to the Summit County Jail, and we met all the new administration. We got a tour of the jail, and it was very, very, it was a good experience because I was never in a jail before. So it was a new experience for me to take a look and see how they handle things and what's inside, and I can tell you I don't want to be there. So it's it's very clean, very well run, very well manned. It's very professionally run, and the people are all the sheriff deputies are very nice. But I'd like to be on this side of those doors. So, but it was a very nice experience. I think for Mr. Rebell also. We met a lot of judges, and there were a lot of judges present, a lot of different political people from Akron, and it was a good experience. I'm glad they invited us.
Okay, thank you. Road department?
Good evening. Recently, we've been repairing and replacing faded signs that have been bent, leaned over, straightening them out, coal patching, and getting our equipment ready for summertime. I have been looking at the Bayberry drainage. I think I found a way where we can take the overage to where the street at least won't flood, so we can put it through that ditch, which we do have an easement after talking to Dave White. It'll go from Bayberry to Crestwood, which will eventually go through our parks ditch. All the water from Fairhaven used to go through it at one point, till in '93, Chuck diverted everything straight down Fairhaven into Old Eight's system. So with your permission, I'd like to go ahead and survey in between Charlton Circle and Bayberry. From old records, it showed we had about 19 inches of fall there too. In doing so, I'd have to remove the curb and gutter system on the west side of Bayberry at the Charlton Circle intersection. So I'd remove it northward, which that way I can put a swale in to divert the gutter water into that ditch that cuts from Charlton Circle to Crestwood.
You mean the west side of Charlton, not Bayberry?
Yes, yes, going north. And if you want, after the meetings, I can show you the easements and a little better describe exactly where it's at and where it will go to.
We were going over that the last couple of days, whatever, and the idea
Bayberry to the Marwick ditch,
Yeah,
which I'm afraid if I upsize those pipes to try and get that water to flow a little better, in fear of flooding the guy on the north side of that ditch. I've seen the water, I've been driving by in these storms, and it's getting pretty close to his deck, and I really don't wanna add any more to it till we can address that Dorwick ditch and Marwick ditch.
Well, you got Mike here too, we talked about with the county, you know, you're gonna
Okay.
get with the county and.
right.
And in doing so, this is also favorable, because even after the Dorwick ditch is done, and that ditch from Bayberry to Marwick,
Mhm.
this is an overflow in case that one backs up. They'll give it another opportunity, another pathway to leak.
Mike, you know what we're talking about?
I know the area, but is there anything specific you want me to ask anybody at our office?
I'm gonna have to meet with you, cause I don't know if you guys are gonna want much more water into that old 8 system.
Mhm.
It's been diverted there before, but we re-diverted it in the past, so I don't know, if you guys would accept us doing that, or if you'd rather continue to go down towards the VFW.
We can talk about that.
Okay.
See,
Is Mohammed still in charge of inspections for paving projects?
that'd probably be Dave Smith.
Dave Smith?
Yeah.
Okay.
You and him.
Yes. Okay.
I don't know if you wanna talk about Marwick now, or when you bring up the resolution. That and asking Summit County for, for the bid spec for Marwick. And then on the driveway pricing.
Well, in the driveway price here was, we have it up here to look at, you guys got a copy of it?
Yep.
The problem is, we, did some research on it, and some of the communities charge for it, some of them don't. And because it's in the right of way, I don't know if we legally can charge for it. So Sam was getting an answer from the prosecutor to see whether we can charge for it or not charge for it.
Mike Todd will be sending out a email tomorrow morning
It was okay.
on his suggestions. And I think part of that will be, he wants another prosecutor to be involved also.
I was not aware that there was gonna be something going there involving the road department, going to the prosecutor's office. Who made that,
Just,
who decided to do that?
Well, I asked Sam to get a legal opinion on it, because no one can seem to tell me whether for sure or not we can legally charge the resident.
and I didn't ask for legal opinion, I just called Mike and asked him to call me back.
All right.
This is a scouting thing.
And then also in this, it's, once we remove that bottom half of the apron of the driveways, do we wanna put asphalt back in at the cost of material to the resident? Instead of leaving it just stone where we have to go tend to washouts, compression of the stone. I don't know if you would wanna offer that to them along with the driveway pipes, whether we charge them or not. But we do tear out concrete, asphalt. I wouldn't recommend replacing the concrete itself. Asphalt, we are pretty good with, and we can do it rather quickly.
We almost think that we should, if they've got concrete, we should replace it with concrete, hopefully at their expense.
Yeah, if we would do the concrete, I'd rather contract that out, 'cause,
Well, I'm just saying at the homeowners,
yeah,
I would think that anything besides gravel would probably, up till now, it's been at the homeowner's expense, right?
yes,
So why can't we keep it the same? If they've got asphalt, they want it replaced with asphalt, it'd be at their expense. If it was
just let them
concrete-
contract it out themselves.
No, we could do it, but it would be at their expense.
Okay, yeah, 'cause I'd prefer to cover it with something, just when you do get those heavy rains, especially with
I
the
don't know
fresh
if we
soil
wanna
next to
dictate
it.
to them though, if they have gravel, that we're gonna dictate to them that they have to have
No, if there
asphalt.
was gravel there, I'd leave it as gravel. That would give them the choice of
Right.
either gravel or asphalt, and
Right, and if
asphalt
they
would be
didn't
this
want
much
it,
to.
I mean, if they didn't have the money to spend and wanted to replace it, I don't
Yeah.
think we should.
No, I don't wanna force it on people, no.
Yeah, we should.
Especially in
find out,
today's
Because I
economy.
think our zoning policy says that they have a hard surface on driveways now. So we have to really
Just
look at that.
commercial, I thought, not
No, I think it's
residential.
residential.
You can have a gravel driveway.
Yeah,
We know, we have to go look at this.
only commercial
Yeah.
requires asphalt.
There's nothing we're telling people they have to have, they can't have a gravel driveway. Nothing I'm aware of.
Oh, we'll find out. That's what I'm saying, then we can spell out
Yeah,
policy and
I
say.
don't believe that's an issue.
And then with Marwick, I'd just like to get a cost of how much it'd be to pave it. It is 3,070 feet long by 20 foot. That road's been deteriorating very badly over the past few years. The last chip and seal that we did, that road got skipped. We did get there today to fill some of the major potholes, but it's basically sinking and the curb and gutter's raising. Last fall, we did grind down the high spots in the gutter, which did help. Not to the point where we were level with old asphalt, but just to get the water to flow. So I'd like to consider trying to get that paved this year if possible.
I don't have a problem going ahead with getting a pricing on it.
Just to see what we can manage and
Yeah.
whether or not we either repair the bad spots and then put it on a future list or.
In talking to you, you said that the other road that needs it also was Bayberry.
Bayberry, yes, but I'd like to take care of the water problem
That
first.
was my point, is we've got issues there that we have to take care of
Yes.
before we do any paving.
And that dams up with ice. We're very bad in the winter time. Now that we ground those curbs down, it is a little easier for us to get under it and bust that ice up. The other area have to get with the state with is on your street, Pomona. You know, it's at that
We call it
intersection.
Pomona.
What's that?
We call it Pomona.
Pomona. Sure, call me out on it. But you've noticed how bad that's been icing up, and we just can't put enough salt down there to keep it thawed out. And that's all I have.
Alright, so we will wait for, we get a opinion from the prosecutor for this before we proceed further, right?
Yeah.
Am I correct in that statement, that we're gonna find out what our policies are? Then we'll
Okay.
spell out a policy, so we got that, so we're consistent with it.
Yes.
Okay, we'd like to open the floor to public comments, we'd like to limit the comments to 5 minutes per person. Is there any public comments? Yes, ma'am. Would you come up to the microphone and state your name and address?
Okay, I'm Valerie Proctor, and this is Dorothy Ferrado, and we're here from the Nordonia Hills Senior Center, and we meet every Wednesday at the Epiphany Lutheran Church, and it's not church related because it's the Nordonia Hills community, and we meet from 10 to 3, and we have speakers and bingo, line dancing. We provide lunch, a free lunch every Wednesday, and they play cards, they play games, puzzles, whatever they want to do. They come in to be relaxed and just have fun and visit with each other. And we also have line dancing, and I'd like to invite anybody that wants to come. And everybody here, did you get your invitations? Yeah, okay. And this month we're having special lunches each week that are going to be catered from the speakers providing that. And as I said, I'm the secretary and Dorothy's the official greeter. So everybody's welcome.
Thank you. Any other comments? Thank you very much.
Just a minute, did I hear you say they're not allowed to have a gravel driveway?
No. No, I said I don't know what our policy says, and we'll look into it and find out exactly what it says. We don't know what our zoning, we have zoning regulations on certain things that I'm not sure.
Would that be old one or new one? I mean, if you're putting in a new one, you can't have another. If I've got an old one, mine's 53 years old, you mean to tell me I'm gonna have to not have one?
No, we didn't say that.
What, you were almost said it up there.
No, I'll just say we have to check the zoning resolution. I don't know what the requirements are, and we have to check and see what our zoning is.
My belief is the only thing that we have in our zoning code is for commercial buildings, where we dictate that they have to have a paved parking lot or drive.
Okay.
As far as residential,
Okay.
I mean, I have seen nothing that says that we have to have.
Well, hope to good Lord, I hope.
Well, we're gonna find out. I mean, we'll look at it, make sure we're right. And so what they're trying to do in the road department is make sure that they have consistent programs, so they know exactly what they're doing with it.
The other thing I'm aware of in the zoning codes when it comes to gravel vehicles is that if you have an RV or a boat or something, that the wheels have to be on a gravel base. that's all, you know, you can literally put 4 patches of gravel carpet on it, as far as I can tell on it, but, yeah, I have a gravel driveway too, and nobody's gonna tell me I have to blacktop it.
Well,
I'm not aware of
thank
anything
you,
in
okay,
there.
I thought, oh, Lord.
Well, that's why we find out, we look. Okay, any other comments? See no other comments, motions or resolution? Chair requests a motion to approve or dispense with reading the minutes of the regular trustees meeting of March 4th, 2013.
So moved.
Second. We have a second, and a move in a second. Do we have any discussion? See no discussion, roll call please.
All in favor?
Aye.
Chair requests a motion to approve and dispense with the reading of the minutes of the special meeting of March 25th, 2013.
So move.
Second.
We got a move, we got a second. Discussion? See no discussion, roll call please.
All in favor?
Aye.
Chair requests a motion to authorize the fiscal officer to draw vouchers for $91,861.17 to meet current expenditures.
So moved.
Second.
A move and a second. Discussion? See no discussion, roll call please.
Brent Summers?
Yes.
Paul Busher?
Yes.
Richard Revelle?
Yes. Chair requests resolution number 1304-01A to acknowledge the receipt of the bank reconciliation for the month of February 2013, received March 6, 2013, as presented by the fiscal officer.
So move.
Second.
Movement, yes, second. Roll call please.
Brent Summers?
Yes.
Paul Busher?
Yes.
Richard Revelle?
Yes. Chair requests resolution number 13-/04-01B.
What was the number on it?
It is B, I think. 13/04-01B.
It is B then, so we're right with that.
To acknowledge the efforts by Ms. Kimberly Bates to come to the aid of a Northfield Center resident who needed medical assistance. The complete text of this resolution will be available at the meeting.
So moved.
A movement
Second.
in a second. Discussion? Being no discussion, roll call.
All in favor?
Aye.
Chair request resolution number 13/04-01C to begin the soliciting proposals for the year 2013 landscaping contract.
So move.
Second.
We have movement, we have a second. Discussion? See no discussion, roll call please.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, fiscal officers reports,
Nothing on my end.
trustees reports. Okay, discussion of the 2013 road paving project.
Do we need a resolution to do that through?
Yeah, we requested some kind of engineering, we have to do by resolution,
Okay.
so.
I would like to see us at least get that started for the cost on the Marwood.
Now, will we also need a resolution if we wanna get that right-of-way, survey?
Oh, from Charlton to
Or can we just
Crestwood?
do that by consensus or what?
Well, it depends what it costs.
So, now who would we have to do that for? Summit County or private? Summit County? Do we need a resolution to ask them to?
Absolutely. We need a resolution for everything, don't we, Mike? Right. That's what I thought. So we'll do 2 resolutions.
Okay.
Chair request any further discussion on that? I didn't mean to jump ahead. Okay, chair request resolution number 13/04-01D to request the Summit County engineer to develop a bid specification for the paving of Barwick.
So move.
Second.
We have a move, we have a second, we have a discussion on it? See no discussion, roll call please.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we need a resolution to request that Summit County engineers, let's see, chair request resolution number 13/04-01E to request the Summit County engineers to survey, what do we call that, the Bayberry easement or?
Wouldn't it be Charlton Circle?
The Charlton Circle,
It's the
drainage
it's-
project.
It's Bluebird Knolls Development. I don't know
Right.
if that
Well,
helps.
Call it what we want.
Okay.
Since it's specifically Bayberry and Charlton, the Charlton Drainage Project,
Okay.
so we know what we're talking about.
All right.
Sound all right?
Charlton
Drainage Project.
Drainage Project.
For engineer, or for survey.
Survey.
Right, request the Summit County engineers to survey the Charlton's drainage project. Do we have a movement?
So move.
We have a move, we have a second. We have a movement, we second. Roll call, please.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have an executive session. Anything else? Anybody else have anything else?
Nope.
Sure, request resolution to adjourn
So move.
at 7:25 p.m. We have a movement, we have a second, we have discussion, any no discussion, roll call, please.
All in favor?
Aye.
This is all I need.
Yeah.